Welcome back to the channel. My name is David Osuji, your psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Today, we are talking about channel capacity once again. This is the third part of the five-part series on how to stop the distracted mind. In part one, we looked at human capacity and how much we can really handle. And I have that part one linked in the cards right up here. Part two, we talked about how to cut the noise out by identifying the distractions that slow you down. Today, we are focusing on how to avoid cognitive overload so that you can stop burning out and start thriving. Let's get into it. Imagine you're juggling a career, family, and social life. It feels like you're constantly spinning plates, and one wrong move could send everything crashing down. This is what cognitive overload feels like. Your brain is overwhelmed with too much information and it struggles to keep up, but it also cannot slow down. A few years ago, I found myself buried under a mountain of tasks, deadlines, family commitments, personal projects, and I was trying to do it all. But instead of making progress, I felt like my brain was stuck on overdrive. It was like running on a treadmill and getting nowhere. Does that sound familiar to you? Here's something surprising. Trying to multitask can actually drop your IQ by 10 points, about as much as losing a night of sleep. We often think doing more at once will help, but it's actually burning us out. Cognitive overload happens when the demands on your brain exceeds what it's able to handle. When you look at your to-do list and you feel paralyzed, that's your brain telling you that it's overwhelmed. And the more we push, the closer we get to burnout. Many of us think the solution is to push harder or to multitask and try to do it all. But research from Stanford University shows that multitasking can actually lower productivity by up to 40%. It is like opening too many tabs on your computer all at once. Everything slows down and sometimes the system crashes. And here's the science behind it. When we try to process too much, our brain's prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision making and problem solving, becomes overwhelmed. This leads to stress, reduced performance, and eventually burnout. Think of a time when you had too much on your plate. What did you do? And how did it affect your productivity? I'd like you to take a moment to reflect on that question. Instead of doing everything, focus on doing one thing really well. If your to-do list is overwhelming, pick 3 key tasks for the day and let the rest go. You'll be surprised how much more focused and calm you will feel. You can also try the Pomodoro Technique, which is where you work for 25-minute intervals of focused, intense work, followed by short breaks. This method helps keep your brain fresh without overloading it. For those who already make a to-do list, how many tasks do you usually include on it? I'm curious to know. Comment with your number below. Now, the next step is to pick just 3 tasks out of your to-do list and focus on those 3 tasks daily. Now, do that for the rest of the week. Just focus on 3 tasks daily. If you don't already make a to-do list, you could benefit from starting to do so. It is a wonderful hack to decrease cognitive overload. Here's a few more strategies to manage cognitive overload. 1. Mindfulness. Meditation and deep breathing can help clear your mind and reset your focus. I cannot speak highly enough of meditation and deep breathing. They work wonders. 2. Take regular breaks. Even a quick walk can recharge your brain. 3. Digital detox. Think of this as clearing out the mental clutter. Limit screen time and notifications to reduce the distractions. 4. Time blocking. You want to dedicate specific times for tasks so that you can maintain focus. You don't want to do everything anytime. You want to have specific times for specific tasks. 5. Set boundaries. Avoid interruptions and distractions by setting clear boundaries. boundaries for your phone, boundaries for when you talk to family, boundaries for what you will or will not do, and boundaries on when you will do what you say you will do. Number 6, get enough sleep. Aim for about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep so that you can give your brain the rest that it needs. What about the emotional aspect of cognitive overload? Because let's face it, cognitive overload doesn't just impact your productivity, it also impacts how you feel. It can lead to frustration, anxiety, and even hopelessness. It is important to acknowledge these emotions and find ways to cope with them. Talking to someone is top of that list. Talk to a friend, talk to your partner, talk to a spouse, talk to a therapist, talk to a psychiatrist. Whatever means or avenue that you choose, it is important to let out these emotions and talk to someone. Secondly, engage in hobbies, engage in activities that you enjoy, as that will help you relax. And third, practice self-care. Self-care can mean a whole lot of things for different people, but whatever it means for you, practice self-care. Just make sure that your avenue of self-care is healthy. Engage in it regularly. Think of cognitive overload like a traffic jam. Sometimes the best way out is to take a detour and find a new route to clarity. By understanding the causes of cognitive overload and using these strategies, you can reduce stress, improve your focus, and prevent burnout. Remember, your brain is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs rest to be able to function at its best. By taking breaks and setting boundaries, you're not just avoiding burnout, you're creating space for yourself to thrive. But avoiding cognitive overload is just one piece of the puzzle. Up next, in talk number 4, we'll dive a little deeper into how to optimize your mental bandwidth. It's not just about managing your time, but also it's about managing your energy, and that is a game changer. I encourage you to pick one of the techniques we talked about today and start using it. Whether it's time blocking, mindfulness, boundaries, try one of these techniques and see how it lightens your mental load. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's talk. Please feel free to share any feedbacks that you have or suggestions for improvements. See you in the next video.